Iain, when we were chatting, you came up with a phrase which says salesperson or want maker. And I looked at you perplexed, but your answer was pretty good. Talk to me so we can share it with the world.
So in today's world, people don't want to be sold to. So they're being sold to digitally and telephone calls from call centres and all those
Emails
sorts of things.
And they reckon the average Brit sees 2,000 adverts a day.
Right. So it's endless, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the psychology of selling, I think, is poor. The better approach is creating a want and a desire. And the best salespeople know how to do that. So I still call them salespeople, but they're want makers. So, and the reality of that is it's very subtle skills. It's very subtle differences. And so I'm a great advocate of words. I love words. Words have so much meaning, particularly when the sentence construction is correct. So instead of, and just a little example we talked about earlier, instead of when you're registering an applicant, in the olden days you used to say, can I put you on the mailing list?
Yes.
I banned that. And in today's world it is, how would you like me to communicate with you because of GDPR? I mean, I've heard some howlers in terms of the delivery of that. We need to make it sexy and we need to create the want. So it's all in the delivery process. But if you were my applicant now, Chris,
yes,
I would go through a little
bit of role play. We like that.
Yeah, I'd go through a little bit of role play, which would say, right, so Chris, let's just recap. You're looking for this, and this. That's correct, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And you'd say, that's great. Thank you very much. And I'll say, right, Chris, when I find the perfect home for you, how do you want me to let you know? Do you want me to email you, text you, or pick up the phone to you? And you'd say,
phone and email.
Whichever it is. It's your choice.
Yes.
I've just gone through GDPR compliance.
Wow.
But I've done it in such a way that it isn't a form-filling exercise. It's actually about the interaction.
It's a conversation.
It's a conversation.
Very clever.
State agencies, 99% people, 1% houses. And everybody should remember that. And the modern methods of communication are great, but you need to think about how you influence people.
Yeah, we're all very guilty of sending emails,
yeah,
but that's not very good at communicating, is it?
Well, emails are open to interpretation because they are seen through the eyes of the recipient. The words that I choose are the words that I choose, and they'll directly.
Which is interesting because in a previous video we talked about how estate agents should communicate more by having softer interim touches.
Yes.
Probably just remind the guys what we were talking about there.
Yeah. So interim touches are the little steps along the way to the bigger journey. It is picking up the phone at every single opportunity and discussing the feedback with the client. I
mean, in the previous video, you were talking about how, if someone says, I'm going to do a drive-by, you actually pick up the phone.
Yeah, absolutely.
You'd be on the phone all the time, get no work done.
Absolutely right. Well, but the point is, it is work. That is our job. Our job is about communicating. And so then when you talk about referrals and recommendations, so one of the challenges I would say to the agents out there at the moment, go and have a look and see what your referral and recommendation rate is. So firstly, do you even ask the question about why you've got the valuation in the first place? And then secondly, go and look at what's happening, because that's a really good litmus test of how good your customer care is.
I think it's a blinder, because I don't think many estate agents actually find out why that person rang that agent.
Yeah.
Or the neg just ticked a box because that's the box that was nearest to the mouse.
We spoke earlier on today about what's free.
Yes.
So in terms of marketing, what's free? Well, another little freebie is the 7-second solicitation. Countrywide taught me this 30 years ago.
Do you know, you're the gift that keeps giving.
I know.
Go on then.
30 years ago, they taught me, Chris, I wonder if you can do something for me. Here's my business card. If you come across anybody looking to buy or sell, would you ask them to give me a call? That's the 7-second, and it is verbatim, word for word perfect from 30 years ago. You do that 20 times a day, you've just added 10 grand a year to your bank balance. You'll get probably 5 sales a year out of it.
Really?
Absolutely, I've run the stats. Boringly, I know.
But well, you would like your numbers, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I like that.
Yeah.
Top tip. Well done.
Thank you very much.